Good morning, how are you today? You're not gonna wanna forget your cup of coffee for this video, so if you don't have a cup of coffee, go grab one right now, I'll wait. Okay, great. Did you get your coffee? Because today we are going to be talking about a new wellness fragrance at Bath & Body Works that they've brought in for fall, and it's called Espresso. So the wellness section at Bath & Body Works is this really nice, efficacious body care collection that really does more for your skin as opposed to featuring the fragrance. But the nice thing about it is they do also have some really nice fragrance to them as well. And so last fall, we saw the return of a long-awaited favorite that is the Cocoa Shea Honey. That has returned to stores for this fall 2025 as well. Debuted in the wellness collection in fall 2024 was a brand new fragrance called Milk. This one has also returned for fall 2025. So if you missed out last year or if you need some backups, this is the year to grab them. And then we have a brand new fragrance debuting this year, a part of the wellness collection, and it's espresso like I mentioned. And it's perfect because this is great for pairing with all of these other wellness goodies. So today the form that I'm going to be reviewing is the mist, but it also comes in moisturizing body wash as well as body lotion. I think there's also going to be a body butter too, but my store hasn't gotten any in stock yet, I don't think. But this is the perfume mist, and on the back it says it's fragranced with notes of dark roast coffee and hazelnut froth for a smooth, rich scent. I really like the simplistic look of the packaging that they do for the wellness. I find that it's very neutral. I feel that it blends nicely with the rest in Bath & Body Works style packaging that they have. So if you have a collection like me and they're all kind of lined up, it doesn't break that mold too far, which is nice, but it still has a distinct look that helps you know that this is the wellness collection, not the signature fragrance collection. So as always, I'm going to spray it first on a tester card and then on my skin. Nice. So I actually am surprised when I smell this. I was expecting it to be a little bit more darker and richer of like sticking your face in coffee beans, but it actually has a nice blend to it going on. It does have a signature fragrance quality to it like we do with our other blended fragrances at Bath & Body Works. I find both with honey and milk, they are much more straightforward to just being that singular note kind of scent, but this one is a little bit more complex. When I first smelt it, I got the hazelnut froth. It was a little bit more of a light, airy, toasted nut kind of scent to it. As it dries down, of course, we're getting a little bit more rich and coffee bean-like. I would say that it's a little bit on the caramely side without going too sweet and buttery, but it has just a little hint of like a crunchy toffee caramel kind of aspect to it as well. Let me spray my arm and see what I notice. Oh, this is really weird on my skin. In the mist, black licorice, like straight black licorice. That's really odd. I don't dislike it. It has like a dark star anise kind of scent. Really weird. It's like not sweet on my arm at all, but on the card, I was getting more of like a caramely hazelnut. As it dries on my arm, it does improve as time goes by, but it's really bitter and like black licorice on my skin. So I don't know if that's a body chemistry thing. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Did you get that same effect when you put it on your skin versus the card? I think the part of this fragrance coming out that I was the most excited about was the layering possibilities. I feel like the milk and the honey were really great options to layer with other fragrances. Sometimes you might have a spray in your collection that doesn't have a shower gel or a lotion, and I'm the type that likes to have a full shower routine for my fragrances. So last fall, I actually really loved using the milk version of this to pair with all of my fall scents. So let's try a couple of fragrance combos and see what we think. These look a little different this year, but this is last year's milk and then honey in the mist of the wellness. I'm gonna be using these. I think this is the most obvious and intended pairing use that Bath & Body Works had. That's why they probably released them all together. So let's smell what these would all smell like together. I think I'm going to spray first coffee and then milk and see what those two smell like, and then we can add in a little layer of honey, but we're gonna make a latte. Let's do it. 2 shots of espresso and 12 ounces of frothed milk. Amazing. I love this. Part of it is I just love the milk. I remember that was one of my favorite releases from last year. But ooh, that smells so good. Needs more coffee though. I think I need another shot of espresso in my coffee today. Yes, so I can tell that these were made for each other. The milk really helps sweeten the espresso up. I found that the Rich Espresso on the card, it was sweet, but on my skin, it was very rich and bitter and kind of like Ooh, it kind of was giving used coffee grounds a little bit. So let me do it on my arm with the milk. Oh yeah, on the skin, it's so much better paired with the milk. It's kind of like, you know, if you drink black coffee, it's just like really powerful. You have to have a little sweet treat to go with it in order to be able to kind of drink that black coffee. I feel like that's the same with these body care items. If you are not a black coffee drinker and you're not used to that, you're gonna need the milk to go with it. Should we stir in a tablespoon of honey into our latte? I think we should give it a try. Oh, so sweet. So this honey, one of my favorite scents that Bath & Body Works has ever made. This is my mom's all-time favorite. It's rich and gooey, yet it still is bright and cheerful. I just don't know how they did it. It's literally honey in a bottle. Paired all together, they smell so good. But I do find that the honey is kind of overpowering everything. It could be because I sprayed that one last instead of maybe doing them in a different order. That's so good. So highly recommend pairing milk, honey, and espresso all together. They knew what they were doing when they released this collection all at the same time. That being said, not only did they know what they were doing in the wellness section, back to the signature fragrance of things, they just released a vanillas collection. We've got Vanilla Romance, Vanilla Ease, and then the new Vanilla Cafe. I'm sure it was no coincidence that we've released some perfect pairing options on the other side of things to go with this espresso from the wellness. So let's try some. I've got a body cream of Vanilla Cafe. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand where I haven't sprayed any fragrance. And then we're going to put a little bit of the espresso right on top. By the way, Vanilla Cafe and Vanilla Ease, I've done reviews of already. I'm gonna post it in the card section up above if you want a little more in-depth of a review of what this smells like. I'm hoping that I get a hazelnut vibe because it did say that there was hazelnut froth in this. And then the Vanilla Cafe also has notes of toasted hazelnut. So we're going for a nutty vanilla coffee here. Yeah, it's good. It was a little perfumey because I didn't really let it air dry as much. So let me just kind of air it out and do another sniff. That's a good pairing. This smells like a chocolate hazelnut mocha together. Definitely try it if you like a little bit more of a nutty vibe. We still have coconut cocoa shea in the wellness section available too. Let's make a coconut latte. This is my old cocoa shea body butter, but so toasty, just like a pure nutty coconut. I've got a little patch of coconut cocoa shea body butter. Let's see if we can make a coconut latte. Okay, that's an interesting pairing. I wonder if mist on mist would be a little different, but in this body butter with the espresso mist, I'm finding that the body butter is overtaking it and I smell more coconut than I do espresso. But that being said, the espresso really is deepening that coconut scent, making it a little bit more of a dark, bitter bite to it. That's kind of a fun pairing. I still like the Vanilla Cafe with the espresso better so far. Chocolate Amber. This is an oldie but a goodie. This was an old school fragrance from the 2010s that was relaunched for this summer semi-annual sale, so I did pick one of these up. This has notes of vanilla orchid, honeyed chocolate, and warm amber. I'm gonna see if we pair this with the espresso wellness, if we can make a mocha. These two go really well together. Highly recommend. I will say that this brings it a little bit more into the fancy luxury kind of vibe. I feel like chocolate amber kind of has a luxurious scent to it. It's like gourmand and desserty, but when you hear chocolate, you think it's gonna be like a kitty scent like chocolate, but it's really more of a sophisticated version of that. Because it has amber and orchid in it, it just smells a little more elevated. So less mocha vibes and more like a sweet gourmand perfume fancy schmancy scent. Next on the menu, do you think we can make this smell like a pumpkin spice latte? I'm going to be using the glazed pumpkin to pair with espresso. I bet if you paired sweet cinnamon pumpkin, it would be more of a spice latte kind of scent, but we're going with glazed pumpkin first of all because this is what's available in stores, and I think that we're gonna go more on the caramely side of things. Favorite pairing. Yeah, I love this pairing. So far, this might be my favorite alongside just doing the milk and honey all together. These ones must try together. This is giving Starbucks pumpkin spice latte vibes. It's a little bit less cinnamony nutmeggy because I find this is more of like a natural pumpkin meets a tiny bit of caramel kind of scent. And so it's sweet, but earthy, and then having the rich espresso, it just makes it so that we can actually put it on our coffee shop chalkboard menu because it's gotta have a little coffee in it. Okay, last menu item I wanted to try today, also from the Vanillas collection. This is the brand new Vanilla Ease. This has notes of lavender blossoms, creamy vanilla, and soft cedarwood. I was kind of hoping this would replicate a white chocolate mocha with lavender in it. Have you ever tried one of those at the coffee shop before? I feel like that is such a good springtime coffee shop menu item, But how cozy would this be? I hope it works. The lavender could get kind of weird. Definitely would be weird if you use lavender vanilla aromatherapy, considering that's more of like a baby powder kind of scent. But this one is quite gourmand and rich. This is just the vanilla ease by itself. I think it's gonna work because the vanilla ease is so much more of an edible lavender than the lavender vanilla aromatherapy. So let's give it a try with some coffee. Yes, it worked. That smells really good. Hey, we need a little milk in there too. Is this getting too mixology for you? I don't know. I'm usually the type that doesn't like to mix fragrance, so this is kind of fun to spray and play. The milk just instantly makes everything smell so much sweeter and creamier, so if that's your vibe, then you need to pick up a bottle of milk just to pair with all of your fall scents. The lavender ease paired with the espresso, it's perfect. It's like, which one do you want to be? Energized and jittered up from the coffee, or do you want to be soothed and calm from the lavender? Or do you drink coffee for the coziness of it? Because I know I do that sometimes. So if you're the type that drinks coffee for cozy vibes, then try lavender ease paired with the espresso. It's really good. Okay, you need a summary of these pairings. I think in first place, my favorite pairing was the new glazed pumpkin. This has vanilla glaze, caramel woods, and pumpkin cream. This is a pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks. I would say in second place is milk paired with espresso. I think this is the most intended and obvious choice for pairing. The milk really sweetens this up, which on my skin, since this had such a black licorice bitter vibe to it, this was really needed. So I don't think I'm going to wear the coffee without the milk, or at least something else. So this is probably my second place choice, with kind of a second and a half place of adding in some honey. My only complaint with the honey is that the honey kind of overtook everything, and this was the main thing I smelled. But I love this scent, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think if I was just trying to go for more of a coffee vibe, this would kind of get in the way a little bit. Third place, you have to try the vanilla cafe paired with the Rich Espresso. I think that this is like a toasted hazelnut latte. I loved this pairing together. This gets fourth place. I have my Rich Espresso paired with the vanilla ease, and I feel like this smelled like a sweet and cozy white chocolate lavender mocha. In fifth place, chocolate amber paired really nicely with the Rich Espresso. This gave it more of a luxurious gourmand perfume vibe. Sixth place, not because I disliked it, but just because I feel like there's room for improvement. I'm putting the coconut cocoa shea with the Rich Espresso. I feel like the coconut cocoa shea was really overpowering, and it made me not really smell like it was a coffee anymore. But I really do love coconut in my coffee, so I'm wondering if something more like a coconut milkshake would be a better choice to make that coconut latte vibe. So those are my favorite pairings so far with the Rich Espresso, and that's kind of my review and first impressions as well, because I hadn't really tried it on my skin up until now. So I was really surprised by the result of how bitter it was. So these pairings I think are going to be really important for me to be able to enjoy this espresso to the fullest. Let me know down in the comments below, how are you going to be enjoying the Rich Espresso? Do you enjoy wearing it by itself, or do you have some plans for pairing it with some other fragrances? And if you do, let me know what they are, because I want to try them. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see you next time. Bye.